No, I want to absolutely iron him out. You know what I mean? I don't care about his injuries.
Nathan, congratulations. Your Grand Slam is off and running, probably a game later than you would have liked. How would you assess the 2 nights so far?
Yeah, obviously, Michael game. Yeah, I should have won 5-0. I lost 5-3. My fault, not his fault. I missed doubles, so many doubles, and it's doubling it isn't my strong point anyway. But that was so out of character last night. One of them things, you know what I mean? I played so well the last 4 weeks. You've got to accept that this is going to happen sometimes, and unfortunately for me, it happened in the first game of the Grand Slam. Michael won, I didn't, so I put me back against it. But I know what I've got to do. You know what I mean? I've got to win these next 2 games and keep my chances alive. And I struggled again tonight. I scored well again tonight, but the finishing was in the back of my mind. Of course it was. I missed that money yesterday. Doubling was in the back of my mind going into the game. But I got the win. I got the 2 points. I got the +3 leg difference. Let's see what happens in this game with Michael and Luke, and I know what I've got to do tomorrow.
I'd say what you're going to have to do is obviously beat the current world #1. Are you up for that challenge, and how much are you relishing that battle against, like you say, back against the wall, knowing that you're going to have to do the job?
Yeah, I was sharing an Airbnb with Dolby this week, and he's like, oh well, if Luke does this and that, I went, listen, I want Smithy to beat Luke, simple as that, and I want to play Luke in a shootout. That's what we're used to. Winner goes home, winner goes through, loser goes home. And that is when I come out. That's where the fire in the belly will be there. Listen, it's out of my control. What happens in this next game, I don't know. I don't know what Michael's going to turn up. If he plays like he did last night, he'll get hammered. You know what I mean? But we'll see. He's probably got a bit of confidence from that. I'm here. All I can do is win my games. If I beat Luke Humphries tomorrow, I've got a fighting chance, and that's what I aim to do.
Do you actually like these group games because it throws up conundrums, or would you prefer it just straight knockout?
I love the Grand Slam. I love the group stage, but I do like the cutthroat because you know what you got to do. Losing the game last night, go home. It's weird knowing you're coming back into a venue that you got beat 12 hours ago in. It's odd, but it's a fantastic tournament. I love playing in the Grand Slam. Everyone does. I've got through before. I've lost my first game, and I plan to do the same again this year.
Cheers, Nate. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Nathan, well done today. You said uncharacteristic, and it really is for the last few weeks for yourself to have a bad game. I guess with it being the Grand Slam, it is the only tournament on the calendar where you can have that bad first game, and
sure.
You're still coming back.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean. I wanted to come here. In my head when I came down on Friday, I was beating Mike Smith. I was having a good game with Luke Humphries, and I was beating Spellman, and I was qualifying for the last 16. That's how I envisioned it, and obviously that's not happened. But me, I do it the hard way all the time. I do it the hard way, and I thrive off that. It's a bit boring just winning all your games 5-0, wasn't it? You know what I mean? It's put a bit of excitement, and I can go home tonight. I won that game. I played well. Doubles again cost me, but I played well there. I can go home tonight and get a kebab with Dolby, and look forward to a big night tomorrow.
That game against Michael Smith, you know how much he's been struggling, it's been well publicised, all the injury issues that he's had. Is that something that's on your mind at all, knowing how much he's struggled throughout the year?
No, I want to absolutely iron him out. You know what I mean? I don't care about his injuries. Off the hockey I do. Yeah. I love the guy to bits, you know what I mean? I tried to help him out as much as I can over the last 6 months. I think he mentioned that in his interview. He's a great guy, and he's going through exactly what I went through, and I have so much sympathy for him, and he's been through the ringer with obviously the press. He's done. I've been through exactly the same as him. You know what I mean? So I'm there for him. But obviously last night I wanted to smash him. Simple as that. And it didn't pan out that way. I was happy for him that he won but I wasn't happy for him when he beat me this morning. I was like, you know what? He's probably confident he needs. But yeah, it's not good for him. But he'll come back fighting, I'm sure.
Well done, Nathan.
Thank you.
Nathan, well done on the win today. You said that you've been helping Michael Smith off the hockey. What sort of things has that involved? Because you can empathise with the situation that he's going through at the moment.
No, I've tried to help him. The guy don't answer his phone, so I've actually not helped him. But I've been messaging him, and he said to me, he said there's only 3 people while I've been going through this that has been messaging me, and I was one of them. And I sympathise with him. I've been through the ringer, as everyone knows. I'm sure you're all sick of hearing about it, but I have been through the ringer, and I know how it feels to drop down them rankings by no fault of your own. and you know he will come back. He's too good not to come back. Like I say, I was annoyed that he beat me last night in the manner that he did, but you know that's darts. You know, it is what it is, and yeah, I'm sure he'll come back fighting.
You mentioned those rankings. You're playing some amazing stuff this year, won 3 Euro Tour titles, yet coming to this tournament world number 20. Yet when you was not into great form because of injuries, you were high up in the rankings. Do you think that should be tweaked to reflect more current form, because you're outside the top 16, yet certainly on form, a top 16 player?
No, I agree with the rankings. I won a tournament, I won a chunk of money, and I've had 2 years knowing that money's coming off in 2 years' time, and I've not defended it. So what? Just because I'm playing well, I deserve to keep my ranking? No, I should be dropped, and that's what's happened. You know, imagine if I didn't win them 3 Euro Tours, I'd be at Q-School probably, you know what I mean? So, I'll be commentating like Glenn. But, so he's over there, he's at 3D. I won that tournament 2 years ago, and I knew it was coming off, and I've not defended it. So yeah, I should drop down the rankings. It's down to me now to fight and get myself back in a position where I am in the position to be selected for stuff, and that's performing well on TV. And I think maybe I'm thinking about that too much, which is why I'm not playing as well as my floor game on TV, which is odd for me because normally it's the other way around. But yeah, listen, I know how good I am, I know what I'm going to do, and I know where I'm going to be at the end of the year.
Cheers, Nathan. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Nathan. Congratulations on the win. How did it feel out there, and how pleasing was it to pull away from Alex in the end? Because he did have you in a bit of trouble earlier.
Yeah, he played better than last night. Obviously, we watched him last night, and I spoke to Alex before he walked on, and he admitted how rubbish he was last night. And I was like, "You ain't gonna do that again." And he was like, "No, I won't." And you know, he played better, but they're the games that everyone expects me to win. I expect to win, and he can go up there with a bit of freedom. To be fair, and I think it's shown earlier on. And then when I pulled away, I feel like he probably gave in, to be quite honest with you. But no, he's a great guy. To be fair, I've met him a few times when I go over to America. He's a nice guy. But yeah, that was a game of darts that I should have won, and I did.
And you've had a fair few battles with Luke Humphries of late, haven't you? What do you expect from him tomorrow?
What I always expect from him, 105 plus average. A fantastic game of darts, played in great spirit, and whoever it's more doubles wins.
And was it important to you to forget all about last night and approach tonight with a fresh mindset?
Yeah, it was important to do that. I didn't do that. If I'm dead honest with you, I've been throwing 400 million darts at double 16 and tops or in the practice room. Sometimes it's hard, you know what I mean? I was so disappointed last night, you know, to the point where I left the venue and I actually walked halfway home. That's why I wear these today, because my trainers are filthy that I normally wear. Walking through tunnels and God knows where. I don't even know where I ended up, to be fair. But yeah, I had to try and forget about it, and I couldn't, because it ruined me last night. It was a tough defeat to cope with, but I've won that game now. Listen, start of a new week tomorrow morning, and we'll be all guns blazing tomorrow.
Thanks, Nathan.